a budget remix, Miss Pearl, and a trance traveller.
I'm not Chris.
I'm not Bomber.
And you've been listening to A Week in Sedgefield.
Okay, so I was driving from Kleinkrantz back to Sedgefield this morning.
Okay.
And, just on the highway, merrily going along.
As you do.
And, it was so beautiful. I mean, there were clouds over Swartflay. Actually, all the lakes this morning, man, what a place to look.
Beautiful.
So cool. And I kind of had to do a double take with this truck that was passing me, which had big on its side. No pictures, nothing like that. Just a big thing that says, "Babies kill. Have your pets vaccinated."
Oh, my hat.
It took me a while to figure out it was
Rabies.
rabies, absolutely rabies. So
Oh, my hat.
I was kind of snapped out of my deluge after that. But I think that's what our area kind of does for us. But man, we've been having great weather, absolutely beautiful. A lot of berg winds and things rolling in.
We have. Yeah.
What do you know of the berg winds that hit us?
I know the scientific term, which is great day for hanging washing.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially in winter, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't actually have to hang your washing. You just have to walk outside with it.
There you go.
Walk back in and it's dry.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
There we go.
Wonderful.
And it actually helps because the inside is freezing cold.
Yes, that's exactly right.
There are these little snippets of summer that kind of step in
aren't
for
they
us.
wonderful?
Oh, it's so nice to jump into the beach and you feel like you've stolen a little bit of summer.
That's it.
So what happens with it is there's a high pressure kind of further up north.
Okay.
A high pressure system, and then that blows the air down, obviously, over the berg.
Yeah. Over the berg,
The winds over the berg, and that's a full explanation. No, but what happens is there's this crazy effect that the air compresses, and I think it's every 100 meters that it comes down, it increases by 1 degree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So, whatever it
Very
starts
cool.
off as, the further down it
Well,
comes.
it's not cool, really. It's warm.
Yeah, it's quite the opposite thereof. And I think quite the opposite thereof, cool, would be some of the things that's been happening in terms of the budget.
Oh, yes. So the budget, the mayor announced the budget.
Mm-hmm.
He presented it at last to council, and then it was voted on. Mm-hmm. So I think it was 11 votes to 10 to approve it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was as close as that.
It was very close.
I know there was a lot of kind of talking back and forth, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, as we know, it always happens. Yeah, so the council, the DA and Kim coalition.
Mm-hmm. The one side, yeah.
Oh, they're the opposition coalition. And that's beautiful poetry.
Whoa, it is, isn't it?
The opposition coalition gave full admission that they
this
weren't
full-on song.
they weren't happy with the budget. We actually, because it was so close, we asked the Sedgefield Ratepayers Association, because they've got very, very knowledgeable people.
Yeah, they watch it carefully.
Yeah, they do. And we said, look, we as per last recording, we asked them for comment. Mm-hmm. They sent us that soundbite. They also gave us a long, detailed report for the Edge.
Oh, cool.
And they just said it's way above. It's above CPI. So CPI is the sort of inflation rate.
Okay.
It isn't sort of. It is the inflation rate.
Okay. So that's like saying what it should be.
Yeah, and it should match up to that. But there's increases that are way bigger than that. Oh. So we're in for a tough year as ratepayers. Cost of electricity, all the sort of services.
Oh, really? And all of our water and
that sort of thing. It's all going up a bit much. Yeah.
Oh man. They've always got a lot to say to each other.
Yes. Well, it's the confusion that in the ranks. It's mind blowing. Isn't it? Yeah.
So a quick funny one, and then we'll jump back on this. Maybe we can get some feedback on some of the outstanding services.
Yes, sure.
I was listening to the municipal meeting on Monday.
Okay.
And it started 45 minutes late. They also said that this has been the same meeting that's been going on since, I think, the 31st of May.
Oh, wow.
So that they list it as the kind of continuation of the meeting.
Yeah, I saw it listed as that.
Yeah. So I think they said somewhere around there, 31st of May. They said a previous number, and they're like, wait, that's too far. 31st of May, you know, where's the agenda? Where's this? And, you know, the back and forth thing for it. And a lot of calling out on the left side and the right side. And then there was, I was just listening to some background jazz music, as one does on a Monday morning.
Yes, yeah.
You try everything to make a Monday a little bit better.
Make a Monday less manic, yeah.
And it worked, because it was really great having some background jazz, and then having sometimes these kind of fights and talks and debates and conversations and things like that. So I just grabbed a little snippet of this. I don't think I need to talk too much context into it, but it sounded a little something like this.
So we are on a learning curve now. We want to do everything right. So we don't want the left to take us to court because it's Monday. Because it's Monday.
That is amazing. And I think we should get some, I was going to say cut some records, but I don't know what you do anymore.
You can cut as many as you'd like, I suppose. You know, everyone's got to have a hobby.
Yeah, that's true. That's great. I can't wait for the next one, but I think we should do this on a regular basis.
Do a whole album.
Yes.
Oh, man, I could. I spent way too much time just grabbing it. I got into some auto tuning. So I mean, let us know, listeners, if you are keen on hearing some more of those. We've got some great snippets. Maybe I can even dig through some of the old recordings, and we can have some of the less friendly ones.
And I bet it made your Monday better, didn't it?
It did. Yeah. It absolutely did. Oh, I loved it. But we've still got an outstanding municipality. Is that right?
Yes, we've still got an outstanding municipality, though not as outstanding as we thought. So the listeners might remember they gave us feedback reports from all the work they had done on the roads in Knysna. Last time, and it was a feedback table, and it was talked about stormwater drain clearage, pothole repair,
the sand roads
sand road scraping,
that's it, whatever that was called.
And it listed all the work that had to be done as outstanding. So we were a bit confused, weren't we? Because you can't say over the last 3 months these are the things we had to do, and we didn't do any of them, because that was a bit confusing.
It was a bit, yeah.
So I sent it off to the spokesperson of the municipality.
Yeah. Did you get an email back?
I got an email back. That's right. And they did say, well, they didn't explain why it was outstanding. They kind of said it's not outstanding. And they said in April and May 2024, glad they're on the same year, their focus was on stormwater cleaning.
Okay, but that was one of the things listed, wasn't it?
It was listed, but apparently they did it. They cleaned all the stormwater in wards 1 and 2.
Or did they just focus on it?
They focused on making it clean. I don't know. Maybe some soap suds were added. And the reprioritization was due to unforeseen challenges, including poor contractor performance and significant downtime caused by equipment breakdowns. Okay. Despite these setbacks, they say, our commitment to maintaining infrastructure remains strong.
We will fight them on the beaches.
Yeah. So I don't know if poor contractor performance means the contractor was poor, perhaps because they hadn't paid him. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Or perhaps the equipment that broke down was what set them back.
Yeah, I suppose that's kind of general sounding enough that it could be this, it could be that, it could be the equipment failed or couldn't find the on switch or the off switch, and that's why it's failed.
Yes, who knows?
Oh, poor contractors.
But they are doing outstanding work now.
Have you seen how the square potholes
they've been filled in?
Oh,
have been filled in. Yes.
Here we go.
So that's great. Yes, the square potholes are now just squares of tar on the roads.
Oh, great.
Long may they last. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, hopefully, that would be reflected in that document.
I hope when they re-release it.
But enough about all of that and the politics, because that's, as fun as that is to complain about and kind of laugh about, it's also a little bit sad.
It is, but jading. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're South Africans, so we get to laugh at it more than we should.
have to. Yeah.
Exactly. But man, the Oyster Festival has been awesome. I haven't got to every single event or every single thing. I loved reading about on the front page all of the different things that are happening with it. You said last week how it's or they were saying that it's a big rebirth.
Yeah, rebirth.
That's probably the wrong way of saying it.
Well, you don't want rebirth because babies kills.
Yeah.
Yes, a relaunch. Yes, a relaunch.
Mm-mm.
We can't say it in better words than that. Yeah, it has been a lot of fun going on. They had a really good turnout for the marathon and the half marathon.
Yes,
thousands and thousands of people. Perfect weather.
Oh, great!
After hanging in the forest for so long, so that was good. The field, the school field is like the hub.
Yes.
So there's a lot going on, and what the organisers have said is that there's a rumour going around that you have to pay to get in, and it's not true.
Well,
you don't have to pay to get in.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on.
Oh, that's cool.
The next weekend, the final weekend, the cycle race is going on. So that's huge. There's mountain bike races. There's road races. The road bikes come through Sedgefield. They go from Knysna all the way up to Hookville and back.
Oh, what? On the highway?
On the highway, yeah.
Whoa.
How's that, eh?
Oh, my goodness.
That's a lot of climbing, a lot of bicycles, a lot of money on the roads. Yes, yeah.
No,
so
that's true,
that's really... And
that'll be fun to see. Maybe wave to them.
The roads are open now.
Hey, that's good. Okay.
So the bikes won't have to have a stop and go for half an hour, which is, it'll work better with their times, I'm sure.
That would have been really funny if they stopped them along the way. Oh, sorry, we're just going to tar this a little bit. Just take a break, have a sip of water.
Have a lick of tar.
Yeah. Go visit Buffles on the way, will you?
But now the other story in the Oyster Festival that it made our front page because she's gorgeous is Miss Pearl.
Miss Pearl, and that's not her name. That would be an amazing coincidence.
Her name is Laurentia. And her surname I don't know. I do know it. It's Airess. So Aires or Airs or Aris or I don't know.
Perhaps she's Irish, yeah.
But she's she's from Renendal, so it's
cool.
Just south of Ireland.
That's awesome.
And a lovely, gorgeous girl, and quite a special person. She said in her interview that she really wants to train. She's a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
She really wants to train to be a midwife.
That's cool.
Isn't that? That's like a calling, isn't it?
No, that's really. Yeah. That's actually quite special. I feel like you hear from. Supermodels when they win these things, as one does.
Yes.
But I feel like the stereotype is, I want to go travel. I want to experience cultures.
Yeah.
I want to do this. I want to
work with dolphins and save the world. And
there you go and hug whales and sort out their blowholes and all that. But this, midwife, that's cool. I could get on board with that. I really hope that's. I assume she won something with. I don't know.
I would imagine she certainly did win a crown and a sash. So I'm hoping that she also won some money. I don't think it's big money, but she did beat someone from Mossel Bay who obviously travelled through for the competition.
Take that, Mossel Bay.
Yes, Mossel Bay.
What you got?
And someone else, I think, from George. I'm not sure about the George one, but I think it's from George.
I wonder if one of the things for the Miss Pearl contest was shucking.
Oh, it could have been.
I'm terrified every time I say shucking.
Yes.
I mean, it's the perfect wrong mixture of two possible expletives.
Yes, it is. So, it's shocking.
It is. But it was funny to see that there was also a whole contest around how many
oysters
you can shuck in a certain amount
How
of time.
many oysters could an oyster shuck if an oyster could shuck oyster? Yeah, let's not go there. Okay, moving right along.
You did pretty well with that. Okay, so so that's awesome that she doesn't want to just go traveling, but it's great to see how busy the area, and I think Knysna has been, and it's just a cool vibe when we've got lots of tourists about. And I didn't get to the market on Saturday. I probably won't get there this weekend.
It's pretty bad, but you did go to the car.
Oh, I did.
The classic car festival.
Man, that was really cool.
Was it?
Yeah,
okay.
It was well organized from my impression. Just kind of going. The kids enjoyed it. It was great that there were kind of the normal food stalls. I think next time, they're going to learn from it. There were quite long lines for a lot of the food.
Oh, so they need more food stalls.
I think so. I mean, maybe this is just me personally.
Do you know what? I don't think they expected the amount of people. It was busy.
It was packed. We were parked all the way other side, Mosaic and by the Wild Oats. A lot of that parking was full as well. It was a great vibe.
That's
very,
great.
very cool.
Yeah.
And it was nicely organized as well with the kind of you walked in and saw those Jaguars.
Yeah.
And that was absolutely beautiful. My daughter loved the sparkly grey one. The sparkly silver one. That was her absolute favorite.
And motorbikes as
the motorbikes.
well.
I didn't even realize they were going to be the motorbikes.
Yeah.
And we're a fan of, that movie Luca with the Vespas, and my kids loved seeing a legit old Vespa.
It was
brilliant.
Like
from that movie.
Yeah.
It was so cool. They loved posing with them. There were some Model Ts.
Oh, wow.
There were a few car brands that I've just
Is that models called Tina and Tracy? And
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
When they win the next pageant, they're hoping to travel the world and look after the
whales.
Eat whales.
Sorry.
But it was amazing to see that, and it was cool. I actually went with my parents as well, and my mom saw her old Datsun. It wasn't her exact one.
Yeah, but it's one she used to drive back in the day.
Yeah. So there were a lot of people. Also, what I didn't realize, how many people are restoring and reselling, and it was kind of a big market for that.
Yeah.
That people aren't just collecting, that they're looking after these, reselling them. There were guys like specializing in Datsuns.
Oh, wow.
There were a ton of MGs.
Brilliant.
Kind of going along the way.
Yeah.
Very cool. There were some newer cars, which I always think is like, okay, would we call them classic? Okay, stretching it a bit.
Well,
just really
that's what makes you feel old, when you see the car that you used to drive as a 20-something is now a classic.
Yeah, that's right. When I was driving the Lamborghini as an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but
in your dreams.
Yeah, exactly. But it was very, very cool. What we didn't see, which I thought was very cool that it showed up in Sedgefield now, is that one transit van. We've got a traveller, right?
We've got a traveller. Yeah, what an amazing lady. Yeah. So I didn't get to meet her, but one of the ladies that writes for us is Mel Baumeister. And she got to interview this amazing lady who has travelled all the way from UK through Africa and ended up in Sedgefield.
Hey, good spot to end up.
In a Ford Transit van.
Go Ford Transit van.
Yeah, how's that? I
awesome.
was wondering if she would be called Trans, but apparently I'm not allowed to say things like that. So her name is Claire. Oh no! She came to stay here with a friend of her mom, I think, whose name is Claire Ellis. But her name, I'm just looking at the paper here, Harriet Woodward. Woodward, but it's pronounced Woodward.
I wonder if Harriet Woodward would continue.
I think she would. Well, there's nowhere else. She can't go much further south.
That's it.
Cape Town. She's 24. But she's been driving for 3 years, so she set off when she was 21.
Oh, cool.
How's that?
Has she found her way yet?
Well, the car already, you talk about classic cars, it already had over 200,000 Ks on the clock when she bought it.
No ways.
How's that? So it is it's an old transit van. Yeah.
That is so cool.
It was 20... Oh, no, the car wasn't 20 years old, 21 years old. She was. But I imagine it was not far off that.
It can't be too
when it
far,
had that much mileage on.
No, I think
apparently, she got the Helen with COVID and thought, no, I'm not sitting around doing nothing anymore.
Yeah.
Got herself a transit van, got in it and travelled across Europe and down through Africa.
That's a good effect from
Wow.
COVID. There haven't been a lot of positives that come out, but that's a really cool one.
Yeah, what a special story. She picked up people along the way, made friends along the way, not picked them up.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Just randomly, yeah.
somewhere along the line, she also adopted a cat.
Oh.
So her and the cat
Yes.
are here. The other friend she kicked out along the way.
They made it.
But her and the cat made it. Yeah. So
Cat
isn't
was a
that an
better
amazing
companion.
story?
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome that came out from that and people traveling about. And
Yeah.
I loved seeing this latest edition. Somebody reading their copy of The Edge. Quite far away. Where was it?
It was Rodriguez Island.
Rodriguez Island. That's in Mauritius.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Hey,
cool.
yeah. It must be. I mean, Mauritius is an island, so I would imagine Rodriguez is a small island belonging to Mauritius.
Must be, yeah.
I'm
They
not sure.
got a little one.
Yeah, I know
little
Reunion Island is close to London. But yeah, so that's one of our readers was there on holiday.
Oh,
And she took a picture of herself with the Edge.
With The Edge. And
Yes.
this used to happen a bunch.
Yeah. It's kind of it's lovely when this sort of thing happens. So a few years back, we had, before COVID, we had a lady that wrote for us who started a column called "Where Is Your Edge?" Something like that, something along those lines. And basically, people would send in pictures where they were on holiday overseas with their Edge newspaper. So they would take it out, take a picture and say, here I was on the Isle of Man, here I was in Yugoslavia, Timbuktu, on the pyramids. And obviously during COVID, that column kind of faded away.
Here I am in my
because
living
nobody
room.
was traveling. Yes. I made it to the bathroom.
Yeah. I'm in the road, getting arrested for going out my room.
So, and suddenly in the last 2 or 3 months, we've started receiving them again.
People I love that.
Without
That's
even
cool.
asking, people have started taking their newspapers on holiday. Because newspapers deserve holidays as well, you know.
Sometimes.
Or maybe to light the fire, who knows. Or travelling parrots. But anyway, they send us their
Traveling
pictures.
parrots get bored. Then they got something to read, you know.
They send us the pictures with their newspapers, and we've got 3 already lined up.
Can you remember any crazy places?
I think there was one from Thailand on the back of an elephant, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
yeah,
that's got to be carrying the trophy of the oddest place to.
Well, I've always. I think the thing with that was clearly a newspaper wasn't big enough to line the bottom of the elephant pen with. So maybe they thought, okay, well, we'll just carry it on the back.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh man, absolutely excellent. Oh, it'll be cool to see which other ones come out.
Love
the latest issue. Anything else you want to highlight? Speak about from there? Anything we should look out from that?
I think that's it. It's got the usual stuff in the usual. Crossword.
The Brain Crusher.
The Brain
I haven't had a look
Crusher.
at those in a while.
You've really got to try those. Got some nice sporting news.
Oh, cool. It's for the women's golf, and I saw the men's.
And there was 3 people from Sedgefield. Went to the International Hunting Rifle Association shooting competition.
Oh, did they make it back?
They did. And
so they must have won.
They won prizes.
No way.
It was held in Namibia. Apparently moved to Namibia because of the unrest in Europe. It was due to be held in Europe. And I think 5 or 6 countries.
You don't hear that.
Christo and Christo Delport and his son Christophe Delport.
Hey, well done.
Both entered. Obviously, the son is a junior. And then another lady called Zoe. I can't remember her surname offhand. But the 3 of them were from Sedgefield, were in part of the team that is 30 strong from South Africa. And
that's a crew.
Yeah, it was a big crew. And all of their groups, all of them came home with medals.
Brilliant.
And
that's absolutely fantastic.
Christo, as an individual, won second prize in as a second individual prize. He was the runner-up in the whole competition. So amazing stuff. So their story is also on the back page as the sport.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's quite a specific thing, hunting, rifle shooting. Yeah. So obviously it's not a normal marksman type gun. It's a specified gun.
The hunting rifles, they move around a lot more, so they're a bit trickier to shoot.
Yes,
I assume, out in the wild.
Yes, yeah. A hunting rifle has to be shot as it comes out its den in the morning. When it's still
got to be up pretty early for that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. I missed that one. I'm definitely going to take a look and see all that. I always love seeing the health things and everything else in the age. Thanks for putting it together. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Thank you for this this wonderful, fun opportunity that we have every week.
Hey, very cool. Looking forward to it. Next week, I think we'll also pick up once again on just hearing how the Oyster Festival went. And if there's anything else that you need covering, that you guys that want to hear, our dear listeners, then please do let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for listening and helping to grow.
Yes, we've got over 150 listeners at the moment.
That's right. The last week's episode with Uncle Andy. Oh, I must say, when I saw him on Sunday, then he's like, "What's with this Uncle Andy thing?" I said, sorry, Andy. So we'll call him Andy.
Andy.
He said specifically, as long as it's not Andy, he's happy.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Still be Andy. But thanks so much for that, Andy. Thank you for all of our listeners. We're so looking forward to keeping the conversation going.
Yeah, that's it.
To making these contacts. Just makes a smaller town feel even smaller and more welcoming and more family-like. So thank you, Bomber. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Thank you, Chris.
And then we'll see you around.
Absolutely.
You said it.